Well, what is going on, beautiful people of YouTube? My name is Jurtastic, and welcome back to the farewell season of Tropico 6. If you're new to the channel, the reason why we calling it the farewell season, because we have done endless seasons of Tropico 6 since the beginning of Tropico 6 release, and this is going to be the last one before Tropico 7. If you're a returning subscribers and or a returning viewer, bear with me here while I explain to our new friends here what's going on. This island has no theme. Generally, I would have a theme like beginner's challenge, beginner's guide, military, capitalist, whatever you name it. This island, since this is the last one, is the farewell season. The idea here is to just enjoy building a successful island, not particularly any theme to it. And while I'm going, I'll give you the tips of how I do it to make my islands always be somewhat successful. Last episode, we ended at the colonial era. We are in the World War era, have not played since, and we already have a protest on our hands. And let's take a look at what do they need. What's the protest here? Because the people are angry. Okay, what do they need? Promise to raise healthcare happiness. That's okay. We can do that. We need health. We need a clinic. I could pay them too. Like I could pay them the money, but we need a clinic. So we're gonna be like, all right, we'll raise it up for you guys. So this episode, we're going to focus on a second industry, which is the cigar factory. And we are going to focus on healthcare, obviously. We need some high school. Now, one of the main things that you need to do in the World War era is to start a high school and is to start another couple of industries that are not complicated, which we'll talk about in just a second here. But the reason why you need a high school now is because once you get to the Cold War era, it's going to be a lot of high school demand jobs, and you want to make sure you have a population, because one of the things that players do wrong in this game, which I don't think there's any way to play it wrong, but if you want somewhat of a stable island economy, is that, once they start having the educated required workers, there's no educated people to fill those positions, okay? So we're going to build a clinic. That should be easy. We don't have a big population, so it should be all right for us to, one clinic should be enough. We're going to see how we're doing here. Again, we talk about the almanac. The reason why I don't like it is because it does add construction costs in the expenses. I just want to see the fluid expenses and the fluid revenue. I don't want construction in there. But in this case, 4,500. So it still tells us we're about 4,500 negative right now. And a cigar factory is about, what, $20,000 to build altogether with the blueprint? 13.5. Yep, about 20,000, 19, give or take. So we're just going to have to hang on that a little bit until we see some more goods being transferred to the dock and we get a nice little payoff from the trade. Speaking of trading, we only have one license. Let's go ahead and buy another one. We don't need more than that right now. We don't have that many industries to begin with, so don't go spamming buy a license. Coconut, they want coconut here. We do have coconuts, not the most, but we can definitely open some more coconuts for them. And the Axis wants some cotton. Cotton. 5%, not really good, but you know what? I can build a few cottons and we can start the toy workshop. It's cheap and makes good money. It's part of a DLC though, so you might not have it if you don't have the DLC. The toy workshop, that is. But here we are. All right. Probably not. Let me see. Do I even have anybody? What are we looking at? Oh, so there's 4 college and unemployed. So this position should fill up here. All right. Let's go ahead and build another coconut harvester and a couple cotton plantations. With that being said, I always also say again to my returning friends, I understand if you've heard this before, but to the friends that are newer here, doesn't matter what your island looks like at first. It really doesn't. You're going to have the money to rearrange everything. Right now, we're just doing things based on where we feel is the most beneficial for the island. They want an embassy. Okay. This is not a demand I'm going to be fulfilling anytime soon. Embassy costs money, and I don't really care like spending $5,000 on an embassy right now. And doesn't even have a blueprint. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, so $2,500 with the blueprint, $70. Yeah, you can wait. I'm not spending $7,500 on that. It's not a demand I'm just like jumping out of bed to do. But yeah, and always make sure you understand where your resources are at. In this case, we have one here. We have a few here. But it's not going to really matter because we're not going to be mining anytime soon. Maybe just for coal at first. So it's not going to really matter too much for us right now. It's all about getting a few more industries. So we'll do a cigar. We'll do the toy factory. But the toy factory seems like it's the next logical step since it doesn't really cost us a whole lot to do. So we're gonna do it like I don't like that, like this. I want them next to each other so I can put the toy factory too. Actually, right here is gonna be decent. Right here is gonna be decent. We'll put the toy factory in front of it. Toy factory, boom, 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 boom. Now we have another industry, and toys long run, like they don't sleep on them. They do make you money long run. Okay. What I agreed to, this is how to progress to Cold War, is to have an alliance with them. So you will need this at some point, right? But right now I'm not worried about that. We just got to World War era, and I want to kind of be strategic about building a better foundation before we proceed on to the next era. So that's why I'm not like rushing into bed to create this or create that right now. Hey guys, Future Jeru here with a huge favor to ask. Listen, I've never been a pushy like, comment, subscribe type of creator, but lately I'm finding out that this many of you are actually watching without being subscribed to the channel. All I ask, if you enjoy the videos, is giving you some sort of entertainment and or some sort of information, then like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out tremendously, helps push the channel further, and lets me know you want to see more of that. And additionally, if you already do all three and you want to help me out even further, feel free to become a member of the channel, but that's always voluntary. Don't feel like you're obligated to do that. But liking, commenting, subscribing, that would mean the world to me. All right, guys, let's get back to the content. Comes the religious with their demands. They want to build 2 houses. I don't mind building houses. I will accept that. Again, just because you accepted a request doesn't mean you have to do it on a spot. Right now, we do have some housing still available, but in general, in Tropico 6, they'd rather be unemployed, homeless, than take a house sometimes that's below their standards of living. Imagine that. But look at that. Unemployment is down to 3. So this is one area you got to keep an eye on, especially when you're expanding. What is your workforce, available workforce? In this case, if I go start building industries left and right, let's say I wanted to build a cigar industry, but I only have 3 unemployed people, then I just spent a lot of money on an industry that doesn't have a lot of people in it. So sometimes, in this case, I'm not going to pull the trigger yet, but this is where you want to utilize a pirate cove and rescue many or rescue educated. But if you need that workforce at first, this is where you go. These 2. Right now, I'm not jumping there yet because I do want to just tackle homelessness a bit more. So we're good right now. I don't need to go and do that as of this moment. We'll wait on the 2, 3, 4 that they trickle in from the port as it is. Come on, man, move the rum, because rum gives us some good money. But even without rum, we're doing okay right now. We're doing all right. And one more thing, if you do have the toy shop or DLC part of the DLC, make sure you change this. Unless you have lumber, make sure you change this to cuddly toys. This way they can start processing cotton instead of wood to make the toys. All right. So there's that. That should start getting us there. What I try to do at first, as you can see, sugar, rum, cotton plantation, toy workshop, tobacco, and you guess what's going to go here is a cigar factory. So that's what it is. We're doing good here. 10,000 coming in. Look at that. Cotton is already making us some good money, but we also have a good trade deal on it as well. So yeah, we'll wait for the immigration to trickle in through the port. I'm not gonna rescue any right now, but while we wait, might as well put used to it. Let's just rescue some resources. We'll go with coconut since we have a coconut trade deal that should help boost things up to put it in our port. Hope you guys are enjoying this series and this episode. Again, this is the last one. Are you guys what hold on. What do you guys want now? This is where I'm gonna have to start building an army because promise to raise healthcare. I am. Oh, you guys are still protesting. Okay, cool. I thought it was something else. All right, so they're still protesting. I mean, bro, it's not really healthy for you to sit here for 900 days. Just like, go back home. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying this episode and join the channel, if you're new here, it does not cost you anything to hit that subscribe button, to like, to comment. If anything, it'd be beneficial because it tells me you guys like the videos. You guys are coming in to watch the videos, and it'll motivate me to even make more videos more often. And who knows? We could do this for y'all full time. So appreciate you guys for all the love and support. Honestly, Tropico viewers are some of the most engaging commentators from any series I've done. So that's where it's at right now. Should be here. Karen coming in on the 24. There they go. All right, bro. You guys got it. Why is this not done yet? You guys got it. Oh, there they go. Let's stop protesting.
Everyone has friends.
Produce coal.
And it's right to help friends.
This is for the broker. It's not even for any faction. I don't mind. Like I said, this is something that we need to do anyways. I don't mind keeping these kind of random things on the side here. The election is going to be coming up too sometimes. I like to time them with the election. Like they want 2 houses. Maybe I won't build it until the election. Build the 2 houses. Boom, done. Approval rating is doing pretty good as it is. How is this one doing it? Are we producing anything yet? Not yet. They do have a lot of cotton in, but they're not working on it. Increases efficiency by 15%. Sure, I'll take the $2,000 tax on that. Let's get it. Okay, we got another one. Build a fire station. This one we do need. But right now, I don't even have anybody that's homeless in high school. So even if I built it, I'm just going to spend money on it. That's what I'm saying. Check almanac, right? Right now, we are in a net positive, thankfully. So we should be going good here. What do we got here as far? Do we have crime? We have some crime, but $240 is nothing to cry about, you know. What are we doing? Vacant homes, there's 17. Homeless families, of course. A few well-off people. Yeah, this is the World War is a stage where like things kind of stall a bit. It becomes a little stale sometimes because it's a very balancing act of waiting for money to come in, then doing it, then waiting for money to come in. It's one of the eras that's kind of, for me as a content creator, it's the hardest, to be honest with you, to edit, because how do you keep it engaging while waiting? You know what I mean? So, but it's a lot of checking. It's a lot of checking, and I kind of tell you my thought process of how it goes. Checking what's the doc doing. Checking like how is the happiness doing. Okay, healthcare tremendously went up. Food is all right. Fun is going up. Faith is okay. Housing is not the best. Job quality surprisingly is good. Crime safety, blah blah blah. It's a lot of just juggling act between making sure your people are happy and also making sure that you are building a solid foundational economy for you people. Okay, we got one trade deal that's done. Good. Let's see. In this case, since our task is superpower alliance, that's either the Axis or the Allies. It doesn't matter. So that's your progression to world wars. At this case, obviously, the best way to create an alliance is, well, 2 ways. First of all, through trade deals, and second of all, at some point, you're going to have to build an embassy. It's not going to be optional. You're going to have to build it and create an alliance with them. But meanwhile, how I do it, I don't really have a preference, is I try to see which one is giving me the best deals. In this case, they're both kind of giving me good deals. Actually, this is import. I don't want to import anything. Let's go with, you guys, rum. Here we go, rum. Yeah, let's do 725 units of rum since it's only 4%. And I've done a whole video on that, tutorial video on that. But sometimes when it's low on percentage, just take the lowest percentage, get the standings with them higher, and the next refresh of trade cycle, they'll give you a better percentage because your standings with them is higher. So 4% on rum. I'm not gonna go at a 6,000 unit contract. I'll do the most minimum, 725. Get the most minimum benefit from it, but build the standings that way. Because right now, what are we at? 61 and 61. That's not actually too bad at all. They're both kind of good with us. And at some point, you're gonna need to start building a military. But again, at this point, I am going to have to start rescuing many, because the rate we're going and now we're kind of stagnant. We need people so we can have a workforce. That's why, some people sometimes they go, what do you mean unemployment is good? Yes, unemployment is good for your economy sometimes. I'm not talking about a 50% unemployment. I'm talking about having a pool of like 20 to 30 candidates when you're like a population below 500, maybe 100 candidates when you're a population of like above 1,000, because you have a workforce available for you whenever you want to expand. Because right now I can't even expand. Even if I had all the money in the world, I don't have the population to work. You see what I'm saying? So it's sometimes it is build it and they'll come. Sometimes it is that way, but not always. Sometimes you do have to do the Pirate Cove. Sometimes you do have to hire people from the outside, but you'll be damned if you see me spend money on hiring people from the outside like this right here. I'm not spending 75 because it'll go up, it'll go up, it'll go up. No, unless it's like a really needed job, like a college educated clinic work or something like that. But besides that, no siree. Okay, good. We got toys trending up now too, so it's going to help us. Also, we have just started this, so hopefully we'll get many here pretty soon. But now we'll build a couple houses. Economy's doing decent right now. Very, very decent, actually. What are we at? 8,000 in balance, plus 8,000. So that's pretty good. And let's take a look at how is this one doing so far. This one is doing already $14,000. Let's say 12 without the income. The expenses, $12,000 in income here. How we doing here? 65,000. This is what I mean. And again, this is just me playing, but I do like to share facts about this game a lot. A lot of people jump in like, well, boats make a lot of money. This makes a lot of money. Well, for me to start a shipyard right now, I will need the shipyard, obviously. I will need the lumber mill. I will need to create planks and then send them. So some industries are a 2-3 step industries, while some industries are just a 1 step, like a toy workshop, boom, cotton plantation, rum distillery, boom, sugar plantation, cigar factory, boom, tobacco plantation. You get what I'm saying here. So yes, sometimes these things down here, obviously we don't have all of them unlocked in the area that we're in, but these things right here do make more money, absolutely. But at the same time, A, you need to have the workforce. B, you need to have the money to build a 2-3 step processing for it. So this is why you focus on the simple things. Don't just jump the gun. But cannery and creamery are looking like really, really nice next steps. Obviously, the cannery is going to require electricity. Right now, we don't have electricity in the island. But creamery might be the next good step for me because we can create cheese and all that stuff. And let's actually not even think twice about it. As soon as we get the folks coming in, from the rescue menu, we're gonna go ahead and build that too. We're gonna go ahead and build the cannery for that. But looks like it's doing pretty good. Look at that, toys and rum at 15. Yeah, that's a good money. We're gonna be almost back at 100,000, the balance where we started at with everything we're building here. So can't really hate on that too much. We're doing okay, Jarmy. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good here. We're doing very, very good. I like to see that. I like to see that. Cause our difficulty is like what, moderate or something like that. We've done a season where it was very difficult, but this is just for fun and we're doing good. Rum is done. That's pretty good. So rum got us a 67. Remember, we're 61. Of course, gonna affect the allies, but I don't care at this point, right? I just try to make do with one of them, and then maybe that'll be the alliance that we get from them. Right now, it doesn't matter who it is. So let's take a look at the trade deals again. As you can see, tobacco went up. Meat, I don't want to do meat right now. Fish, no. Well, we'll do tobacco since we're already producing it, and we don't have a cigar plant factory yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and start looking at this. Where are we at with this? Are they almost home? Oh, nice. Okay, now we have a good chunk of that after the first one got done. So let's go ahead and build. See, just about waiting sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and get some a ranch that's gonna produce milk for us. We're gonna get some goats. Let's go ahead and do here. Yeah, it ain't gonna look pretty at first. It ain't gonna look pretty, Jeremy. It is what it is. At first, the streets are gonna look a little janky, but it is what it is. It's for the betterment of the Tropican economy. That's all we care about right here, right now. We're gonna go ahead and build a creamery. Boom, boom, boom. And voila, now we got a third industry. Yippee! Of course, plantations, all the other stuff are industries as well. But now we have a third industry. We're gonna wait for these 3 things to settle in. Once they do, what we will be doing next is sorry, I thought I wasn't recording at first. It gave me a heart attack. What we're gonna be doing next is the more Teamsters and one more constructions office, because we're getting more and more goods that we need to move around. Yo, those have been built up. Let's see. Come on, get the jobs in, get the jobs in, get the jobs in. Okay, cool. We got a few more jobs left here. Let's go ahead and get a Teamsters office going. And the more goods that we have, the more stuff that we're going to need to move around. And that's just how it goes in Tropicana here. Go ahead and put that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to build this one here. Build this one here. And give me another construction office while we're at it. Give me another construction. Okay, cool. Of course, scenery-wise, these are all gonna lose efficiency anyways over time, and they're not gonna be as good anyways. So it's all G. It's all good. But come on, give me. Are they gonna go across the street? Yep, there you go. They're gonna go across the street. We like that. We love to see that. We love to see that. We go ahead and start building a couple houses here for the religious that want it. It's not gonna matter too much. They're not really the most expensive. At first, I don't really focus on housing too much, But this is going to be one of our housing blocks here once we move advance in the areas. This is a huge island. This is indeed a huge island. And I don't know if you remember, a lot of coastline. Nice. I like a lot of coastline. But yeah, when we get here, it's going to be kind of a cluster F word because, like I mentioned last episode, I've done an island like this off camera when I was playing by myself that was very far spread apart and they're not connected with a bridge. And the Teamsters that you build here thinking they're going to move the stuff around in here will start bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It makes no sense. Like a Teamsters would start. I'm going to take the 5,000. The Teamsters is going to start here, and instead of moving goods on this island, no, they'll go to the main island, back and forth, back and forth. It just makes no sense. Yeah, let's go. $16,000 there. This is a pretty good shape. We're in very, very good shape so far. Extremely good shape, actually. At this point, I am going to pull the trigger on the cigar factory. Should be good. Cigar factories do make you good money. So, man, we're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good, I'd say so myself. Got the Teamsters here rolling in and out. Everything is fine. Religious is happy. We could probably build a fire station too because more and more fires are starting to happen. You know what? No, let's build a church too. Let's build a church first and foremost because Tropicans are very religious people, man. Don't let them confuse you. They love their religion. They're very spiritual people. That's for sure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and build that fire. So you know that this is exactly what I was telling you about a balancing act between making the money but also giving the infrastructure to your people, giving the infrastructure to the population. Do this, do that, hit this, hit that kind of stuff. It's a juggling act. It really is. And last but not least, more fun. Never hurt nobody. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a restaurante. All these things are somewhat cheaper to build. They're not really expensive to build. We'll put it here since there's a lot of folks here already as it is. There we go. Look at that, man. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. The bunkhouses are getting filled up. All right. So the last thing before we wrap this episode, I'll tell you is my style. And again, you can play it however you want to play it. Is when do you start raising the budgets? Because obviously a higher budget, better efficiency. I don't touch a budget till maybe towards the tail end of the Cold War era. They're not worried about job quality right now. Job quality right now to them is okay. They're it's not the best, but they're not worried about that right now. Okay, because how it also measures is the overall happiness versus the Caribbean happiness. Right now we're 7 points ahead of the neighboring countries and their happiness. See what I mean? So that's another way to look at it. Right now we're not going to rescue any immigrants because we have 28 unemployed, so we're good on that. And we're gonna go here. Gotta just start rescuing. Let's get some tobacco since we opened that and some sugar. So hopefully we'll go put some here and some there because we are sending a lot of tobacco to the port. So okay, we built a lot of constructions right now. I'm gonna cool down on the construction, but we have multiple new industries. We have a creamery, we have a toy factory, we have a cigar plantation. We now have a clinic, a church. We now have another fun place. We have a fire station. Next up, we're going to have to focus a little bit on the military, just in case we get attacked. And of course, we're going to have to build the embassy. But here's that being built. At first, I like to look at the standings. We're not really in election season yet, but militarists love me by 50%, by 50, half of them. So in this case, I don't want their demands or their love right now. I want their money. So I'll take the $5,000. And essentially what you did is you built the fire station almost for free because it's $2,200 and $4,500. So you really only spent $2,000 on it for the blueprint. So there's that. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, we got a lot done. The colonial area episode is a little more easier to get out of it in one go. This is not a speed run either way. I'm here to enjoy it, build it smart way and do what we need to do. But besides that, look at this. 31,000 here already. I like that. This should go down. My beef with the cigar plantation or factory is that sometimes the tobacco ones don't produce as much and you're gonna need to build another one, but hopefully we can build it close to it. I'll do that before we go actually. Tobacco. Nope, that's not a good place for it. Not at all. Jeez. This is horrible for it. What if we put it right here? Nope. I also don't want it to be too far. It's also 75-ish%. And this is like, what are we at right here? Yeah, we're gonna have to build it up here. I'm just gonna build this plantation because we need a little more tobacco than that. The tobacco plantations tend to be a little bit more high maintenance than others, really, to be honest with you. I guess it's gonna have to do like this, and then we could go like this right here, and then boom. All right, so yeah, a lot got done. Again, this is not a speed run. We're doing it, slaying the steps of foundation. There's a lot done here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tune in. This series is coming out until it's done, obviously, every Monday and every Friday on the channel.